We got to see if we can get up here.
Well, that's not gonna change it.
Okay.
You want to push that? See what it does?
I don't know what that's going to do, but we're live, so please turn that around so it's not shiny. Whose is this?
That's mine. I tried it.
I don't know which one this is on. Turn it around so it faces you.
I can't. Okay. Where's the camera? Oh, over there, maybe.
Metagenics replenishes nutrients missing from modern diets with vital
22 watching, start streaming less than a minute ago. Oh, hello, tell them hello. They're saying hi. Tell them we're having technical problems. We're trying to figure out how to flip this camera around. We're going to bake some bread, people. We're going to have a ball. But I can't get, I can't get this turned around.
Oh, wait. Hi, Sheila, Kathy. Hi, Sheila, Kathy. Lynn.
Well, you're just going to have to hold it, huh? Look at the, we're going to make marbled.
How can I hold it in?
I don't know. We got a disaster here, friends. This camera, I don't know how to turn it around.
Lisa from Alberta, Canada, help saying hello.
Okay.
Yum, bread.
Well, let's see. I'm going to turn this around here. This is my, tell me when you can see it okay. Can you
go down?
Go down?
There you go. I see your table. Come and look at here.
Ah, hang on, friends. We're having fun with this. Okay, we got to put up just a little bit so you can see me too. Okay. Is that good?
Stand by the table and look.
Can you see me?
Yep, I can see your whole head.
Okay, beautiful. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Friends, we're going to make some beautiful, we're going to chat too. He's out there. Mr. Wayne is going to talk back and forth to you. I'm going to chat with you too, but we're going to make some marble bread, marble rye. And if you look here, I'm going to make this into another video as well. And once this live stream is over, we can always put the recipe, because it's on replay, I can put the recipe in the description box. Look at my dark rye. Isn't that gorgeous? I got that because I made that earlier. I got the dark rye. I've got the light rye. Beautiful. We're going to bake some of this up. And my neighbor's going to be my guinea pig. He's going to try it.
Asking to zoom in a little bit.
Zoom in a little bit? Oh.
You had to do it on that one?
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, friends.
Another person said it looks good.
Okay, I can't zoom in. Because I can't see the camera on my tablet because I can't flip the ding thing around. Anyway, we're going to put this bread together. I've got the recipes here. I'm going to show you that. And while that's rising, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this all together, make our marbled rye, and we're going to bake it. And hopefully we'll have all of it done in the time we do this live stream. So this is fun, friends. You talk to Mr. Wayna too. He's out there. We're going to start this with 1 tablespoon. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. I'm going to double this. 2 tablespoons of yeast. I'll put the recipe for the single in the description box. So that's 2 tablespoons. Okay? We're going to do 2 teaspoons of sugar because that feeds your yeast. How's everybody been? We missed you last week. We've had some. Mr. Wayna was sick last week. And then this week, our cousin passed. And Chrissy, if you're watching, I just love you. And I'm so sorry about your mama. My cousin Joy passed away on Sunday. And it was sad. So we've had quite the week. Anyway, let's see, I got the 2 teaspoons of sugar in there. You gonna talk to him, mister?
Over here.
I'm gonna get 2 cups of warm water. I got to run my water. Yeah, she was a honey. They can hear you. I gotta let my.
Oh yeah, we just got a little dusting.
Oh, it's just cold now. We don't have any snow. It's just cold. It's like 30 degrees. It's crazy. All right, let me get this going.
Sorry for your loss. Lisa, sorry for your family's loss. Deborah.
Oh yeah, they're so sweet. All right, so there's 2 cups of warm water. Okay, we're gonna let this bloom. They say to let it wait 10 minutes, but as soon as it starts blooming, I add stuff to it. But I am gonna add my oil to it, and we're gonna do. I'm doubling it, so I need a 1/4 cup because I'm doubling it. And this is just plain veggie oil, okay? I love this. I have been waiting to do a live stream to bake with you or do something. We've had fun. And those of you keep asking me about my rooster. This rooster, can you see it good? He's cute. He's cute as a button. Can you see him, mister? He came. You're not. Huh? Oh, I had him too high? Okay. How's that? He came to me.
Right there.
He was a gift.
Little up.
Isn't he cute?
Little up.
Little up? Well, anyway, he was a gift to me. And he was full of peppers and garlic and all that fancy stuff. Well, I cleaned it all up because God knows how old it was. I cleaned it all out, and then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to store oil in there. I wish you could see this. It's already starting to bloom. So we can go ahead. I'm going to stick 1 tablespoon of molasses in there.
Love that rooster.
Oh, that rooster's cool.
Hit the light.
We don't have any moderators, so anybody nasty comes in, we'll get Mr. Wayna to block them. So beforehand.
Hi, Bo.
Okay.
Who's talking to you?
We're going to set that aside.
Oh, I'm talking.
Oh, let's see. We got the molasses, the oil. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cups of regular flour, all purpose. You can use bread flour. I'm just using all purpose. 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups. I'm doubling this. I got to put another tablespoon of molasses in here too. I got to do 4 cups of this. Ha! You're getting real life, friends.
I love watching you bake.
Okay, I got to do more molasses because I only did 1 cup or 1 tablespoon. And I need 2 in there. Beautiful. I love baking. This is my favorite. Between this, baking in my kitchen, this is my favorite place. And somebody made a comment. on the video we just did that was up today. What was it, John? The meat slicer and the rotted knives.
I think so.
They were watching a video of me when I said we've got to cook because we got kids to feed, and my house was loud, and they said they didn't know how I could take it, how I could take all that noise. Man, my grandkids, that's what makes our hearts happy. The louder, the better. I love them. Okay, we got that in there.
Aaron said, boy, did I need to see this.
This is as close as I can get you into my kitchen live, friends. Now we're gonna we did 4 cups because I'm doubling this. I need 2 cups of rye flour.
Bon by from Ohio is their first time watching.
Aw, and hi there, dear, and I'm doing 2 cups, and I'm using dark rye flour, okay? So let me see here, because I've been yakking with you too. I got yeast and sugar, the water, the flour, the rye flour, the oil, the molasses, and now I need salt. Don't want to forget your salt. I need 3 teaspoons.
Jewel said hi.
Hello.
Tell her we named our cat Jewel.
He did. He named that kitty cat, our new kitty cat, Jewel. He says, I like her. She helped us. Okay, now, this might be a little loud. Can you hear that? Is that loud? Yes, it did. I love this thing. We bought this, oh gosh, we bought our new furniture a year ago. And because remember we bought the stove last March. Our stove is a year old, and friends, it's been a dream for me. But anyway, after that we bought our furniture. Well, they had a stove there at the Comfort Center in Manistee where we were getting our furniture. And I wanted to see how much they were selling their stove for and what it was. If they had the 6 burners like mine. Mine's a GE Cafe. Well, that one wasn't. But I was looking at their stove and I turned around and there was my island staring me right in the face saying, take me home. Sweet lady, we'll get along real good. And let me tell you, I love this thing. It's got that leaf on it that comes up. I love it. That's got to mix for a little bit. And that's going to do good. So while that's mixing, aw, you can come cook with me. You friends see this right here? This right here is where my grandkids have been measured. And I got them from clear down where you can't see it. And this, up here to the top, right here, that's my son-in-law. That's how tall my son-in-law is. He's 6 foot, what is he? I think he's 6'7". He's a tall one. Okay, hang on tight there. While that's going, I'm going to get the flour ready for the dark rye. So, again, I'm going to do 4 cups of flour for this one too. Where did I set it? There it is. I can't hear a word he's saying. There's one. He tells me all the time, you need a bell tone. I can hear a word he's saying. I'll go out there in a second. 3. Now I'm going to do 2 cups of this. This is dark rye flour, by the way. No, I'm baking bread for the market stand and for my neighbor to try, because my neighbor's my guinea pig. So he's going to give it a taste test for me. So there we go. We got 2 cups of the rye. We're good. Now we're going to do 3 teaspoons of salt in here.
And tell them we're not trying to ignore them. We're in 2 different places.
For what?
Tell them we're not trying to ignore them.
Oh, right. They know. You guys know we're not ignoring you. He's sitting out here, out there at my desk on the other computer, and I'm doing all this with my tablet. So bear with us. Okay, now this one also, this dark one, also calls for 3 tablespoons salt, 2 tablespoons.
Someone's asking how long we've been married.
17 years.
Missy's cookies on a bar.
And we're still best friends. There we go. 17 years. We met when I went, we met in Indianapolis. I went to go drive semi because I had driven for Swift. And I need a little more flour in there. I went to drive for Warner. I went down to their orientation, and that's when I met John. I met John. I'm telling you, friends, all my bearings fell out of my head. I knew he had to be my next husband. He just had to be my husband. I'm adding a little bit of flour to this because it's still a little wet. It just depends on the weather. When you're making bread, you either have to add a little flour to it, or you might have to add a little more water to it. It's all right. It all works out in the end. Okay, so we got that. And I want to put caraway seeds. There they are.
Who was asking 2006?
Hold on. I need 2 tablespoons. My tablespoon's all yucky, so a little heavy. 2 tablespoons. What did you say?
Who was asking 2006?
That we met? Yes. The end of 2006 in November. Okay, we got all our dry ingredients are ready for the bread. What? Oh my goodness, happy anniversary. That's a blessing. I had a friend who, well, gosh, it was back when I was in my 20s, and she was older, but she met her husband. They married when she was 15, and she was 70, and they were still married. It's like that, my friends, is a blessing.
Tell Jewel, because she helped us, so we named the new kid Jewel.
Come on here, tell her.
Hi, Jewel. We named the kitty after you because my wife wanted a special name, and you helped us last time.
All right, I'm going to have to take, I'm going to need this a little bit by hand because it's still a little sticky, and I don't want it sticky. So we're just going to knead this up a little bit by hand.
Thank you so much, she said.
And it'll be all right. Oh, you're welcome. Our kitty, she's so cute. She's just a little dolly. Okay. I don't usually knead on the wood part, but that's all right. Okay. Oh, that soft, beautiful dough. I just knead it any old way you can. I don't need a whole lot because of my thumbs. But this was real sticky. That's all it needed was that little bit. Beautiful dough. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to put it in here. I'm going to drizzle just a little olive oil in here. That's just so it don't stick all up in it. You having fun baking with me? This is a blast. And Elizabeth, if you're watching, I love these. All right, this is going to set right over there on the back of the stove. Now, we're going to do our dark fry, okay? I got another tablespoon right here. We're going to do 2 tablespoons.
Coachman, he's thanking you for making bread on recipe from scratch.
Oh, I love making bread. I can make any kind of bread. There's bread that I've put together that's never even had a recipe. I have a ball with it. Okay, let's see. Sugar. We're doubling.
Frida high.
Huh?
Frida high.
Hello.
Frida.
Frida?
Yeah.
Hello, Frida. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of sugar in there. Okay. And I got to get 2 cups of water again. So, vegetable oil, I'm going to put this all in there. It won't hurt a thing.
Michelle Jones said she learned so much watching you cook.
Aw, that's awesome. What in the world did I do with my quarter cup? Oh, never mind. Ah, I threw it in the sink. Okay, I'm just over here getting water.
Kelly Alley says she's sorry for your loss.
Oh, Joy was just a sweet pea. She was my cousin. She watched my kids when they were little. Okay, there's our hot water going in. You don't want it screaming hot, but you want a good amount of hot water in there.
Homemade bread is the best. God bless everyone and have a great day.
Oh, God bless you too, and thank you. There goes our quarter cup of oil. I can put all this stuff away while.
Kelly got her Egyptian walking onion.
Oh, I'm so glad, though. You're going to have fun with those. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know if I emailed you back or not, but those Egyptian walking onions, when you plant those this year, they probably will form the little bulbets on the top. Those bulbets, you can eat them, believe it or not. They're like garlic bulbs. They're beautiful. Some people call them walking onions, and some people call them walking garlic. Just depends on where you're standing. But those little bulbets, you can just save them. You can either save them for the next season, or you can plant them right away because they're winter hardy. They'll come up, they'll die down, they'll come back. They're wonderful.
Crystal Ray's asking to say hi to her 1-year-old son, whose name is Kai.
Oh, Kai.
K-I.
K-A-I. Chef Kai.
No, it's Crystal. There's another person, I think.
Oh. No, if she's got the son Kai, he's Chef Kai. He's a sweet pea. He wrote me a letter, and I never was able to answer you back. But you know what? I would love for you to come up and cook with me anytime. We'd have a ball, you and your mom. All right. Yeah, just 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, and that, don't use blackstrap molasses when you're making bread. It's too bitter. I'm using Bear Rabbit. You can use Grandma's, is probably the best to use, but we don't have that. Oh, I don't need those. This is all my dry. Let's see. Now that I've been yakking, we got sugar, warm water. We got the vegetable oil and the molasses. We're all set. Okay, that's bloomed up, so we're going to put all this in here all at once.
Not the same one, but he's smiling from ear to ear. Thank you.
Aw, what a honey.
Massey family. You got 2 Kais in your fan base now.
Aw, I got 2 Kais in my life, and I'd cook with the both of them. Okay, we're going to give this a good mix. Let that mix up.
Brian likes molasses cookies.
Do what?
Brian likes molasses.
Oh, I could send you some. Those are good. I make good molasses cookies. All right, we're all done with that. I like to clean my mess as I go, friends.
Kathy G's been using your recipes and she can't wait for more to come up.
Oh, good. I'm going to, what else do I got coming up? I got a few more videos coming up. I'm usually about a good week ahead of myself. It says this week it's been rough because Mr. was sick, and I gotta put this in the fridge. He was sick, and then we lost our cousin, so I felt so bad, and I feel bad for my cousin Chrissy. You feel like an orphan when my mother died. I felt like an orphan because my father passed away. What, a year and a half before my mother did? 2 years before my mother? No, a year and a half before my mother did. That, friends, was horrible.
Bill Huntsman loves your baklava, and he's got 400 candy jars put up.
Baklava?
He loves your baklava. He's got 400 candy jars put up.
Oh, awesome. Your pantry's looking nice.
His name is Bill.
Bill. Oh, hi, Bill.
Thank you for Crystal.
Oh, I knew I need that.
For your videos. I've learned so much. I'm ready to can cook with you.
Aw. Oh, we'll do all kinds of canning. I got to can beans again this year, so I got to grow lots of beans. I got to can a lot of tomatoes. I can way more than what tomatoes we can grow. I can't even grow enough tomatoes. I have to scrape down the sides of this. Okay.
Wanda Rawlings says, hi Renee, I made 4 loaves of olive cheddar loaf.
Ooh.
And I got a little crazy around here. Happy to see you making bread. Love it.
Aw. I bet that was some good stuff. We're just going to do that slow for a minute.
Where can you find
Vermicelli? Vermicelli. You can find that at Meijer. You can find that pretty much anywhere. Nick brings us ours. Our Italian friend. He has got family down in Detroit, and I always tell him to bring me bulgur and bulgur, whatever it is. It's that drum wheat, and he brings me vermicelli. He brings me the pastini. Yeah, and he gets his down in Detroit at the Italian store down there. So that's where I get mine. But I know you can get it in Meijer. You can get it just about anywhere.
Tell Oren thank you.
Who?
Oren.
Oren? Thank you, Oren.
Oren. Oh.
Oren. Oh, thank you so much. If I pronounce your name, I'll butcher it. Oren.
City Girl Homestead right here.
Did you, what'd you say?
City Girl Homestead.
Oh, City Girl. That slicer. You bring up meat, we'll slice it. Or call me, we'll come down there. That meat slicer is fantastic. And those rotted knives, I love them. I'm glad you guys watched that video I did on that. We don't do a whole lot of reviews, but the rotted knives I couldn't resist because those are wonderful. And obviously they are because everybody loves them. But that meat slicer is simply amazing. All right, this is good. I'm going to finish this up right out here. Okay.
City Girl saying she misses us.
Aw.
Kathy's telling me hi.
Hello, Kathy.
We can teach her how to make real challah bread sometime.
Real what?
Challa.
Oh, challah bread. Oh, that's pretty easy to make. It's the braiding that's hard to do. But I'm going to be doing a video here on a few Easter recipes, and one of them is the borscht rolls. They're huge and they're beautiful. I'm telling you, you make those rolls and your family thinks you slaved all day on them.
Tell Jewel it's not snowing today.
Nope, no snow today, Jewel. Isn't that a gorgeous loaf of bread? Or gorgeous dough? It's going to make a gorgeous loaf of bread. Okay. Look at how dark. Can you see that? How dark and can you see that, John?
Yeah.
How dark and beautiful that is?
Up a little bit.
Up a little bit?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
How soft it is? Beautiful. Okay.
Low carb too, Brian's saying.
Yeah. You know what? This reminds me of somebody else doing live stream where they show you how to put it together, and then right away they pull it out that you can, roll your bread and form your dough, and then they pull it out of the oven and it's already baked. We didn't get that far. But
start your oven warming.
Not quite yet. I gotta move this aside.
Oh, you carried that with like you were a pro. Why you always calling me?
I don't know. It's easy. It's easy to do. Okay.
Lauren's saying he likes your new ring.
Oh, my oven. Oh, I love that thing. That is the best thing I've ever bought myself. Okay, hang on. I got to come down here and get 2 bread pans because these only make 2 loaves. What I did.
I was asking, how big is your starter mix?
How big is my what?
Starter mix. I don't know what that is.
Starter mix. I guess I'm not understanding what you're asking me.
Michelle Jones loves your dough.
Aw, thank you. Okay, we'll set these 2 aside over there.
Deborah is saying stand.
How big is my mixer stand? It's a 9.5 quart. Don't buy them. I don't like it. I don't. Somebody else might like it. I don't like it. It's too, I don't know. I don't like it. I want, what are those things? Those Bosch? Oh, I'd love one of those, but that's not going to happen either. The only thing I like about this Cookly is it's got a big bowl. It's a 9.5 quart bowl in there. That I like.
Have you ever made pumpernickel bread?
Absolutely. Yes, I have. We're going to break this in 2 because this makes 2 loaves. Oh, you'll see me. If I mess up, they'll see everything, won't they? It's not like I can edit it. All right. I'm just doing this to get the air out of it. Okay.
Deborah wants a bigger mixer.
I know. I know. The Vivor has, they've got the stand mixer. Well, I could use a commercial one for my market stand because of all the bread that I make and sell. Lots of it.
Jewel's saying the Bosch is an investment.
Yeah. I don't think you'd have to buy another one for a long time. Okay. Now, we're just going to roll this out.
Kathy Peterson wants to talk to you on the phone. Her words don't come out right when she types.
Aw. Okay. A lot of them already have my phone number.
Would love to see baby Jewel again. She's hiding. It's still light outside.
Yeah. She's gray and white. And she got a pretty little white face on her. She's beautiful. I'm just rolling this out nice and thin because I want a good swirl. You could cut this into like 4 pieces and really have a good swirl. But I'm just doing the 2. I can't wait. Oh, I'm telling you, the weather up there. What was it? The one friend said, Mother Nature's throwing out Powerball numbers up here. I said, she sure is. It was 65 last week. This week it's like 30. There we go. Got to do a little bit more this way.
AVIS, seen your last live. I love your channel.
Oh, thank you.
Iowa.
You know what? We can make this a little bigger too.
First day of spring.
Okay, now with this, friends, when you do this, if you want the light crust, you do this on the bottom and the dark on the top. If you want a dark crust, you do the opposite. Okay, so now I'm just going to roll this. See, I'll do both ways. It doesn't matter. I'll do one each way. Gorgeous. We're going to pinch that a little bit together down here. Just pinch it all up. Give it a little bit of a roll and it'll kind of seal it. Beautiful. There's that. Okay, now we'll do another one. We're going to do this one on the bottom because this one will give us a dark crust. Mr. Wayne is in the restroom. And then just as soon as I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and I'll come out there and I'll yak with you too.
For a second.
This is so easy to make. Can you tell? Some people are so afraid of making bread. I guess they're scared of the yeast, but as long as you let your yeast proof, you know it's alive. So you're not gonna ruin anything or waste your precious commodities, your ingredients. I use, what is it? It's an instant yeast. And they say you don't have to proof an instant yeast, but I still do because you just never know. I just never know, and I always want to make sure that that yeast is alive before I put all that work into it. And then, because if you don't, you're going to have fry bread. That's about all it's going to be good for. Done that before.
Will you make hot cross buns for Easter?
Yes, that's one I plan on doing. I love those. Yes, I'm going to do hot cross buns, and I'm going to do brioche. Easy. It's a real easy recipe.
Farm Charm Bling says, thank you for inspiring the youngins.
Oh, you're welcome, and I love it.
Brian's off for 2 days.
Oh, he's going to have fun. How's his chickens doing? How's your chickens doing, Brian? You have to get over here. Someday, Brian, you're going to have to come down through the UP and come and visit, and we'll make pizza. John would love that. All right, so you see this one, I want the dark crust, so I put the dark on the bottom.
Lisa Maple says she really needed this tonight. I've had a rough day.
Oh, we
You
all.
always make me smile.
You know what, friends? I've needed this too because Mr. Wayne and we've had a rough week. And this is wonderful. Okay, we're going to pinch this all together.
Wanda Rollins says she does the same way.
Yep. You can stuff your finger in there and pinch it in. And then just beautiful. There we go. Now, Now I'm done with that. So this is what, oh no, I'm going to, yeah, I got, okay. Now these will rise up for a little bit, about a half hour, and then we'll get those baked up. Let me wash my hands and my counter off. Can you hear me making a mess in my kitchen? Ah!
Martine Van Del Pol says, you are amazing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I love this big piece of granite that our friend Nick gave. He's our Italian friend who built our, and if you're watching, Nick or Mariana, hello. He built our outdoor oven. Oh, that thing is gorgeous.
Michelle Jones says hi too.
Hello. All right.
I love you and Mr. Wayna.
Aw, we love all you
are
guys.
beautiful people. I especially love your freezer meals. I learned a lot.
Oh yeah, we have fun with those, don't we? I should take you on a freezer tour. It's loaded and it's beautiful. I got all kinds of stuff in there now. I won't have to do freezer meals for a little bit. Okay, these are gonna rise up. I am thirsty. Oh,
Here.
let's see what you got. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want some. I'll drink some of this juice. What else did I? Oh, I'm gonna do the Easter recipes I want to do. I will do the hot cross buns. Let me get a glass. I'll do the rolls because those rolls will be wonderful for you for Easter dinner. I'm gonna do lemon blueberry quick bread. I'm gonna do a few quick breads because those are fun and those are nice for Easter.
Wanda Rawlings says, try chicken bacon ranch pizza in your outdoor oven.
You know, I'm going to because you know the boy down I shouldn't say boy, he's 7 foot tall. I thought my son-in-law was tall. This young fella that works down at Thurlby Automotive, 2 blocks away from us. Yes, it's a small town, but we got a Hardware, we got a Thurlby's, and I'm out of breath. Anyway, I still haven't smoked, friends. 4 months on the 16th. It was 4 months. And I don't miss it. Anthony is his name. He works down there. He asked me because whenever he always helps John and I. So I always tell him, your pizza's on the house. You don't have to pay a dime for it because of everything he helps us with, you know. And he said, oh, you got to try a chicken bacon ranch. So we're going to try that this summer. I've never had it, but we're going to try it. That boy's 7 foot tall. He had the duck going in here. We got our freeze dryer back.
Awesome, Renee.
Huh?
How are you doing, John? Tell her about a half pack a day.
Oh, not even. John had 1 pack of cigarettes and it lasted him about 4 days. So he's almost done. He didn't get scared like I got scared. So he'll get there. But you gotta want to quit, or else have the hell scared out of you.
Peg R's thanking you for the inspiration and sharing your talents.
Aw. Oh, I want to show you something. Look at this, friends. This is fennel. Can you see it, John?
Yeah.
That's fennel. Look at how that's come up. I figured, it's 65 degrees. You know what? I'm good. That's the Florence fennel. I can't wait to plant that. I love fennel. For those of you who are not sure about fennel, it tastes almost like a licorice, but when you roast it in the oven with onions, John wouldn't touch it, but I love it. It's delightful.
Deborah Torrey, is any suggestions on how to preserve fresh lemon? We have lemon trees with lots of good lemons on them still.
Do you have a dehydrator? Because you can, we want to preserve fresh lemons. I've dehydrated lemons too. and I've freeze-dried lemons, and either or, both of them. I've used the dehydrated and the freeze-dried lemons in the summertime, in a lemonade and stuff, when we have our bake sale for the market stand. Yes, I'm wearing my glasses, friends.
Tell them what kind of bread you're making too.
I'm making a marbled rye with dark and light rye bread. Yes, I can make pumpernickel. It's favorite. I'll make him pumpernickel bread, and I also make him the spinach dip. You can make a homemade spinach dip. We'll do a video on it, or maybe we'll do another live and we'll do pumpernickel bread and spinach dip. It's wonderful together. That's his favoriteest thing in the world. Yeah, brown bread. He calls it brown bread. It's pumpernickel bread.
Freeze lemon juice, maybe.
Yeah, I would dehydrate them unless you got a freeze dryer. You can freeze dry them, and they're wonderful. You can take all the zest off that lemon, peel it. Don't get none of the pith or whatever it is, that white membrane on there. But then you could dehydrate that and turn it into a powder, and it is wonderful for baking. And then take your lemons and just finish cutting them up and dehydrate them. I use them for tea. I use them in lemonade, sangria, all that. Works good. And I was going to say something else. My fennel. It was 65 degrees last week. We were having a ball. We got ourselves a, what is that thing, a Cub Cadet? Yeah, it's a Cub Cadet. It's a utility vehicle. It's got a dump bed on it. We had that extra vehicle, my mother's vehicle. We hardly ever drove it. Neither one of us really cared for it. I'm sorry, Mama. I hated it. Anyway, we were going to put it up here for sale for I think $7,500. We were going to sell it for, yeah, so it's an Outback, a Subaru Outback. We were going to sell it for $7,500. Well, a neighbor, a couple houses down, he had this Cub Cadet, and only had 60 hours on it. It was a beautiful little utility vehicle. What is it, like a side-by-side or a 4x4?
Side 4x4.
Yeah, a little 4-wheel drive outfit. We traded even up.
Jules asking, do you freeze dry your onions and garlic to make powder out of them?
Yes, but I sell so much in my market stand that I buy most all of my spices to sell. I buy those wholesale from my distributor. But yes, I've got, I'll show you. One of these days I'll bring you in here. Right here, this is freeze dried. And see, sometimes I sell this. Can you see that? That's my little label for my mark. Can you see it, John?
Yeah.
And all this in here, because I don't have a whole lot of overhead, friends, I can keep things low for the village. That's freeze-dried garlic chunks. Isn't that beautiful? You put them in soup. And I took this off the shelf because I used some the other day. But I only sell a big old container like that for $5. That way people can afford it. I like that. And it works nice.
Lisa Maple says she does her bread dough in the bread machine and baked it.
Oh, and a bread. Oh, yeah. I don't have a bread machine. That's already starting to rise. I should put it up here, and let's check these out. Oh, those are doing good. Nice. So see, I'll have a loaf from my neighbor.
Oh, they want to know about your extra large freeze dryer.
Oh, I'll do a video on that. That thing is enormous. That extra large freeze dryer, I named it the Big Daddy. Mine's got 7 trays. Mine is a stainless one. The black ones have 6 trays. Mine is a stainless. It's a commercial size. It's got 7 trays. So each one of those trays will hold almost a gallon of milk. So I could dehydrate. I could freeze dry almost 7 gallons of milk. I can freeze dry about what, 6.5 gallons? 7? Oh, we can freeze dry all 7 gallons of milk at once. I know we can do about 360 eggs if you scramble them up. And yes, we got 50 chickens, and I got almost 20 dozen out in my outside refrigerator, but that will do a lot at a time. We could do 360 eggs scrambled up. We could do 7 gallons of milk. I did Skittles in it, and I think I had 5 of those big containers of Skittles in there all at once. That thing is enormous. And I will take you down there and show you. We got that back, and that's where that tall boy came from. Just hang on a minute. Just stay there. Yeah. We got to call you back. We're doing a live stream. Because we're doing a live stream. Okay, love you, bye.
Jules asking if your big daddy made it home. Tell her, yep.
Yep. And I was telling you that the boy that came down from Thoroughbees, he's 7 foot tall. He held that our Big Daddy freeze dryer is 375 pounds. Okay, it weighs 375 pounds. There's no way John and we'd be at the bottom of the stairs with that thing on top of us. But Anthony come down here, and then John and his other friend Mario was here. They were in the front of it going down the stairs, and Anthony, that great big boy, a man, I shouldn't say boy, he's a man, he was just holding it, just guiding it down the steps, and it's like 7 foot tall. He had the duck at the bottom of the stairs. He couldn't stand. We got a full basement, but he couldn't stand up in our basement. That's funny. These are doing nice. We might be able to have these baked off. But if not, I am going to do a video on it. If we get them baked off before we're all done here visiting, then I won't do another video. But it does turn out wonderful. I can't wait to try it. This is new. Now, I've made marbled bread before, but I've never sold it in my market stand. So this year, let's see, last year and the years prior, all I've ever done, I've done garlic herb bread and, or herb garlic bread, whichever you want to call it, white bread and wheat bread. This year, I added the seeded rye, the plain rye. I put white and wheat and garlic cheese bread in there, and the onion bread. So I got several new ones. But we're going to have every year we have a bake sale. And I'm going to have a lot of bread. And I've never made the finished bread, but several of them, Mike has got a recipe for it. His mother makes it. And he's going to give me a recipe. So I'm going to do the finished bread. And it's with, it's got cardamom in there. Did it have raisins in it? I think it's got raisins in it too. It's a really good bread. So we're going to have that too. And I'm going to try that. But I can't wait to see how this turns out. This is a whole different recipe that I use.
Crystal Ray's asking, does anyone know how to preserve eggs?
Preserve eggs? You can freeze eggs. Eggs freeze beautifully.
I was told to freeze them, yep.
Yep. You can.
Out of the shell.
Yep, out of the shell. You know what you do is you put them in your ice cube trays. Or put them in a muffin tin. You know, just crack them in your muffin tin. That's how I make my ice, in my muffin tins. But you could crack 1 egg in each muffin tin. And once they're frozen, then you can stick them in a Ziploc bag and they freeze beautiful. Or an ice cube tray, because 1 egg will fit beautifully in an ice cube tray. Each one of those sections. Is there a lot of people watching? Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much.
It's right on the top, he's fun. It's right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just made your brownie recipe, banana bread, so yummy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love to come shop at your market stand.
Oh, my market stand. Somebody, we went out there the one day, and I don't know what I was doing. I shut the door and a bag of my dry beans fell off the shelf and busted all over the floor. I had a mess out there. Well, we went out there one day. We had eggs and what else did we have? Bread and eggs and
Yep.
we had all kinds of stuff we were taking out there.
3 days of nice tricks.
Yep, you can do that.
Explosive Homestead estimated tax value in Minnesota. I don't know.
Hang on. Who's that?
Brian.
Explosive Homestead estimated tax. Yeah. Oh, your house is worth a lot of money. We went out to our market stand the other night with eggs and what else did we have out there? Potatoes. When I went to Meijer, I don't know if they've seen, if you might be seeing that in a couple days, my Meijer haul. I only went into Meijer's to get a couple things. Of course, that's always how it works. I come out with a whole load of stuff, a boatload, because they had a sale on all their peppers. You buy 7 or more and they're $1 a piece. The bags of potatoes, they were 5-pound bags. If you bought 7 or more, they were $1 a bag. It's like, I know so many people in this community.
I'm going to try it again, too.
Okay, absolutely. I know so many people in this community who can't, they have no way to get to Meijer. And, you know, they could take the bus, but they'd be there all day waiting, you know, to come back home. So I always take a little bit and I put it out in my market stand for the same price that I paid for it so that they can come and get it, you know. But anyway, we went out there the other night with all that stuff, didn't we? You couldn't walk into the market stand. It smelled like weed so bad. Somebody must have been just sitting out there in a chair smoking weed in our market stand.
T-Bone says he made your peanut butter cookies for my crunch to sell at our county gospel jam session.
Oh, they'll love them. They're good. I just made a whole bunch of peanut butter, the jumbo ones. I did the jumbo and put them out there, and they sell fast. I have to do some, and I'm going to ask you while you're here, while we're talking live. I have to make cut out Easter cookies, and I've got a beautiful recipe for no spread sugar cookies. And if anybody wants that recipe or wants me to do a video, let me know, because I'll do a video on that. I sell them. They sell like hot bread.
Betty's saying I look like a shadow. I need a light over here.
Oh, the only light we got is over there. Aw, you'll have to come up here and say hi. You go say hi to them.
Hello, friends. She's wanting to take a break for a minute, and I guess I'm going to have to talk to you. We really do appreciate all you checking us out.
Mary Beth, yes, you can scramble the eggs and freeze them.
Yes, you can scramble the eggs.
Is that good or bad with the assessor? I used to be a tax collector. Oh, that they've raised the value of your house? Did your neighbors build? Or you just got to look around you, because if nothing has changed around you and you haven't made any improvements to your house, for what reason would your value be going up? What reason would your taxes be going up? Yes. So if your neighbor comes in and builds a new house or builds a garage or does anything, it still raises your value. And it's the craziest thing, but it's how it works.
What are you most excited about to grow this season?
Peppers. My peppers are already coming up, and my tomatoes. I'm excited to grow my tomatoes, friends, because Larry, our neighbor, brought me how many? About 15 fish heads. He went fishing for steelhead, and he brought me all these big, beautiful fish heads. I know it sounds disgusting, but they're the best thing for your garden ever. I was out there, John and I, well, mostly me, because our freeze dryer came when I was doing that. I buried every one of those fish heads out in my garden, or out in the raised bed that I'm going to plant the tomatoes in. The only thing is I didn't have any lime to cover them up so that the animals won't dig them up. I think they'll be okay because I buried them pretty deep. But I don't have any plants in there right now. But if you're going to bury fish heads in your garden, cheap fertilizer, I'm telling you, get yourself some hydrated lime. It's really cheap. And you can put the hydrated lime on that fish head before you bury it, and then they won't be digging up your plants to get to that fish head. And I'm telling you, You plant that tomato plant on top of that, and by the time those roots grow and reach that fish, that thing's going to be rotten and beautiful fertilizer.
And they're saying yes on the cookies.
Oh, the cookies were good, yeah. Oh, the
Easter cookies.
yeah. Oh, they're fun. I'll do it, and we'll decorate them because I got a really easy frosting too that does beautifully and it dries fast, so you can package them and it don't smear or nothing. It's wonderful. Look at how nice these are rising up. You see that? Probably better that way. That one's going to be nice. I don't want that one to split. There we go.
Bill's saying good garden tip.
Do what?
Bill is saying good garden tip.
Yeah.
Bet the raccoons love you.
Oh, they do. Well, I'll tell you how I plant. And I'll take you when I plant my tomatoes. I'll take you through and show you. They had a thing on YouTube one year. Who could grow the biggest tomato? The homesteaders, right? And I thought, nah, I'm not there. Those guys are way better than me. They'll grow a huge tomato, and they're so much better gardeners than I am. Anyway, I should have joined it because I did grow the biggest tomato. The tomato that won the contest was 2 pounds 7 ounces. My tomato was 2 pounds 9 ounces. Remember that great big thing?
Yep. Oh,
that thing was a beast. It was beautiful. But when I plant my tomato plants, those are my favoriteest things to grow, really, are my tomatoes. I got the fish already in there. Now, I'll dig my tomato hole. People say put an egg down in there because of the calcium. You don't got to do that. Eggs are too expensive for that. They're too precious for that. What you have to do is, and it's not that expensive either because it goes a long way. I buy a bag of bone meal and a bag of blood meal. And I put a handful, a little palmful of each down in that hole that I dig for my tomato plant. And I bury my tomato plant, and that's all I do. That bone meal, well, the nitrogen will feed them. It'll feed them for a long time. The nitrogen gives it a good start. But that bone meal you put in there, that's calcium, and that will prevent blossom end rot. Because I don't know if many of you have done that, but I have had some beautiful tomatoes out on my plants. Turn them over, and they're all rotten on the bottom from blossom end rot. It makes you so mad. And that bone meal stops that right in its tracks. You won't get it. So I got a lot of tips for growing gardens cheap. I was always on a budget. I couldn't afford all this fancy stuff. I made my own compost, which you can do it so easy, and yeah, I can teach you how to grow a garden, beautiful garden, and on pennies. Wonderful.
Blood meal, Deb is saying her dad always used.
Bone meal, blood meal, yeah, it's the best stuff ever. It's really all you need. And you don't have to go and afford that real expensive organic fertilizer. Yeah, I got the fish for that. But I sometimes, if it's cheap, I'll just get a little bag of triple 12. When my mom and my stepdad were alive, and they would plant, they had a tree nursery, and she grew a lot of herbs and stuff. Well, they used triple 19. Well, I would take a little bit of that because that's pretty stout stuff. And it was time release, but I would always sprinkle a little bit of that on my garden. I tell you, one time I come home, friends, and I had Cosmo and marigolds growing, right? And they were huge. They were like 10 feet tall. And it was from the fish, and it was from the triple 19. Oh, they were huge. Well, all these flowers in my flower bed, it was like a forest. They were moving all over, and I couldn't figure out what the heck. There's no wind out here. Well,
they're saying you should write a gardening book too now.
There was 3 elderly ladies from the Historical Society out in my flower bed. They're like, "Oh my God, we'd love to use some of these petals to take and make paper." Oh, you weren't there. Oh, I said, take all you want. They couldn't believe how tall my flowers were. I think the one lady took a picture of it and put it in their the little museum they had. It was fun. Let Let me see on here now. I use eggshells and Epsom salt and tomato. That's wonderful too. What's the best way to grow lavender? You know what, Kelly? I've never grown lavender. I've never grown lavender. I have no idea. And you know what? There's a place. Where is it at in Michigan? I just saw it on Facebook. Emily City? Emily City? It's down by where you, huh?
Emily City.
Yep. They have lavender farm there. I might go to that, and if I do, we'll do a video on it because that would be fun. But no, Kelly, I've never grown lavender. Well, grandkids will be here 3 a.m. Love you too, Chris, and thanks for stopping by. Yes, it's in the thumb, Emily City. They have a lavender farm there. And you can call, make reservations for a tour, and oh yeah, pick lavender. That would be so fun. Ask her if she lives there. Deb, do you live in anywhere new? Do you live in Michigan?
Emily City in the phone.
Yep. On a budget, good night, city girl. Aw, yep. Lavender just wants you to leave it alone, a little water. Yeah, a lot of your herbs, they don't require a whole lot of water. I know rosemary and basil, they can get pretty dry. They're pretty drought resistant. But look at this one. This one's almost ready. We might be able to see how these are doing. Oh, that's beautiful. This is going to make us 4 loaves. These 2. I'm glad I did this. This was just a spur of the moment. I said, you know, I'm on Bake Bread. I said, we should do a live and have them bake bread with us. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that color. A little bit darker and it'd be the color of pumpernickel. Well, pumpernickel, light pumpernickel. That's beautiful. But they've got a pumpernickel flour that I use when I make pumpernickel bread. It's nice stuff.
Wanda Rawlings is asking if we lived in Michigan all our lives.
I was born and raised about 10 miles away from where I live now. John was born and raised down
by Detroit.
Down by Detroit. He's a city boy. I was born and raised in the Pickers. My closest neighbors were a 1/4 mile away.
Do you make sourdough?
Yes. I hate to do sourdough though. I'm lazy. You have to feed it and wait for it. You know what? When I do that, I can make a loaf of bread and just leave it sit overnight. Sometimes I leave it sit for 2 days and let it get good and fermented. And it is the best bread. And it's just like sourdough. And you didn't have to fuss with it and feed it and watch it and babysit it. Nope, just make it. And one of these times I'll do that.
There's a cat walking around the floor. Cat's walking around over there.
Oh, she's over there. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
I just seen her over there.
She's over here. I'll get her. Aw. Come here. Somebody wants to see you. Well, she won't come. She's running through there. You can't catch her. She woke up and now she's going to play. What was I saying? My mom was born in Bessemer, Michigan, in a bed. Oh, okay. I don't know where that is. Where is that at, Brian? Gosh, I was 20-some years old before I traveled out of this area and went downstate. I've been to Grand Rapids, but I was in my 20s before I ever went to Detroit area. And that was so scary because it was so big, such a big city. I couldn't wait to get home.
Noah Walker, they made bread with us. We're in Montana and it's in the oven. Thanks for the inspiration.
Oh, how fun. 65 in Montana. Montana's gorgeous. I remember driving truck through there, remember? I love the roads when you drive truck through Montana. Where was I at? Butte, Montana? Butte, Montana, I think is what it was.
Kelly wants you to email her on how to grow them onions, the walking onions.
Absolutely. Tell her she can just Google it too. But I'll
just tell her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can email you, but they're real easy to grow. You just throw them in the dirt. You don't even have to cover them up. You just throw them on the dirt because that's why they call them walking onions. They grow those bulbs on the top. If you Google it, you'll see images of it. Those bulbettes growing on the top of that onion plant. Well, it gets so heavy it falls over. It doesn't get covered up. It just lays on top of that dirt and it reroots itself and it grows again. And it does it all around your garden. That's why they call it a walking onion, because it gets heavy, it falls over, and it grows again and over. And they weather good. I leave mine in all winter. They come back every summer. They're doing wonderful. So they're really easy to grow. Now, what was I saying? Montana. When we would drive through Montana, I loved it. I love driving through Montana. When you get going through the I don't want to say highway, they're regular two-lane roads, right?
Yeah.
Well, the rivers and the streams would be running right alongside of the road. It was so beautiful. I can't tell how many times did we stop and check that out. It was gorgeous. I loved Montana. Born in Hamtramck, grew up in Sterling Heights. Raised my family in Harrison. Now Hamtramck. Sterling Heights. Didn't you live in Sterling Heights? Who lived in Sterling Heights?
Mom, Weasel lives in Sterling Heights.
Weasel. His brother, we call him Weasel. His brother Weasel lives in Sterling Heights. So anyway, I'm going to look. I tell you guys, I'm lazy. When I'm lazy, I put all my trays in my oven. Actually, I just wash them up and I put them in there to dry. So now I'm going to set them right out here, huh? No. No, but I'm going to turn this on because that's just about ready. And you're going to bake this at 350. And it's going to bake for about 40 to 45 minutes.
Tell Macy to have fun at work.
Have fun at work.
With her daughter.
With her daughter?
Yeah, her daughter goes to work with her.
Oh, how fun is that?
They work all night.
Oh, well, you guys have a nice time have a nice night at work. These are ready. That one rose up faster. We're going to put these back here because that heat will make them, coming out of that oven, will make them rise nicely. Okay, so I haven't gotten out in the greenhouse yet, so I haven't done a talk in the greenhouse about starting your seeds and such. I haven't done that. It's been too cold. Actually, Mr. Wayne has got to get our heater out there, because then once that we get the heater out there, then we can go ahead and I can get planting out there. We got a short growing season, so it's kind of nice. We can't plant in the ground. If I get in the greenhouse, we can't transplant anything. Our last frost date is in the first week in June. Usually Memorial weekend is when I do all my planting, and I have everything planted in that weekend. The beans, I do those midway through May because it takes them a little bit to come up, and they're usually okay by then. Who knows what this year's going to be?
Family's going to go fling boxes at Amazon for the next 10 hours.
Oh, they work at Amazon?
I got it.
Oh, how fun. I'm an Amazon junkie. Ah! And Bryan, Michigan is cool. You need to come to Michigan sometime, mister. You'll have fun over here. You're not that far away. Really.
Whispering Pines Mother's Day planting.
What growing zone are we? We are right on the cusp of 6A and 6B, because right along Lake Michigan is 6A and inland farther is 6B, but we're right on the line. So We're
Jewel
both.
wants to
Six-
visit.
Huh? 6 A and 6 B. I got something in my eye. I'm sorry. What?
Jewel wants to visit.
Oh,
I'd love to visit too.
oh, come visit. I've had so many people here last year that came and visited me. We got a nice big, look at me. Get that away from me.
What are you doing?
I'm fumbling it. We have a nice sized property. And I tell you, if somebody ever wanted to come up and visit us, you can park a little camper out there and stay for a day or two, and we'd have a ball. We have fun in the summer.
Wendy, you're my bedtime TV watching before bed. Love to watch. I'm making for supper this week.
Yeah, Jewel didn't go behind the fridge. She can't get behind the fridge, but on the other side of that wall is her little litter box. I got it tucked away in a cubby hole in there. And
If you ever get anything from PDX7, that's us.
oh, okay.
I think I saw Jewel go behind the fridge. Yeah. Gigi Dev, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll do the no spread cookie. Those are awesome. I can't keep them. When I start making them, don't I? About every other day I have this great big round tray. I just load it every other day. When I put cookies out there, I have to bake cookies every other day for out there. They just love them. And I sell them for 50 cents a piece. You know, I don't have all the overhead that these grocery stores and these other marketplaces have. I don't have that. And so I can do that, you know, so everybody can afford it. I got peppers growing on my windowsill, and those are coming up too. I planted those really early inside because some of those take about 21 days before they germinate. They can take a while.
Where in Michigan are you, John?
We're in Michigan. I'm a true Michigander. Here's Michigan. We're right here. We're right here. Right about 20 miles inland from the lake. We're in a place called Kaleva. If you Google Kaleva, you'll see it. A little town. It's got a bottle house. It's got its own website. So Google it.
Okay.
A true Michigander uses their hand as a map.
To go through Canada.
Do what?
Jewel's saying it'd be easier to go through Canada. I don't know where Jewel is.
Where are you at, Jewel? Probably would be. I know Brian it would be.
For $3 a dozen, Doug Calloway.
I used to sell cookies at the local beauty shop for $3 a dozen.
I'm in New
Yeah.
York. Buffalo.
Oh yeah, it'd be easier to go right through Canada. You'd come out through Sarnia, wouldn't she?
Yeah, but she'd come out in
Windsor?
no, Port Huron,
Port Huron.
and then come across the state.
Yeah.
Look at her and say, yeah.
She'd hit 75. Yeah, you'd come through Sarnia. And you'd come across and you'd come into Port Huron and you'd go right on 10, follow 10 all the way to 115. Yep. That would be your fastest way. That would be a nice little trip. We've been to Buffalo, New York. We've driven everywhere. Look at that heat made that rise right up.
Would love a recipe for the icebox cookies too. I used to have some in my freezer all the time. When I wanted a few cookies, there they were. Nice road
That
trip.
must have not caught. I must not have hit enter. Icebox cookies? Yeah, I make those too.
Jewel saying it'd be a nice road trip.
Yes, it would be. And it would be nice to meet you. If you have a camper, you could park it right here. We'd have a ball. You don't have to buy a hotel room. No. Isn't that beautiful? That's looking nice. I love the seeds in there. I just put the seeds in the dark. I guess I could make it. You could make it. You don't have to have the carry seeds
I
in there.
love Pine View. Thanks for sharing that one.
Who said that?
Whispering Pines. I love Pine View. That's it.
Oh yeah, Pineview. Isn't that a nice little store? It's a little Amish store. I love that place too. I haven't been there since last summer. I didn't go there this winter at all.
They're asking if our market stand pretty good
Yes.
first winter.
Yes, it did really good for the first winter, but see, we got such a small community, they all knew I was going to stay open. And yeah, for being the first winter, we did good, didn't we?
Yep.
Yes, we did. It was worth staying open. Now next year we'll do even more because we'll do better next year because everybody will be used to it being open. So that's fun. I love it. I got all kinds. There's a video. If anybody if you haven't seen that video, I can't link it here. I guess I could put it in the description box under replay, but it's called Come See Our Market Stand. All you got to do is type in market stand across my channel and you'll see all the videos I had of my market stand, even when it was just a tent and I would only have it for the summer months.
What cookies do you make for your market stand? See what cookies you put for yours.
I make peanut butter cookies. I make oatmeal cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I make the sugar cookies. That's about it. There's only 4 or 5, but I can't keep them in there. They sell so fast.
Carol says, don't say you're lazy. I like pans in the oven because I have a tiny kitchen and that's the only place I can put them.
Well, I say that because I usually keep my pans in the drawer under my stove. Well, I'm too lazy to pull everything out of there and put them under there, so I just stuff them in the oven. That's all right. I won't say lazy. That's just convenience. When you got a small area, yeah, you have to do that. Oh, these are going to be nice. Look at them. They're rising up pretty quick. By the time this gets heated, they'll be ready. They'll be ready to go in.
Asking, how far is it from Georgia to Michigan? It's probably about 14 hours, 15 hours.
He's crazy. It's longer than that. 14 to 15 hours. No, I think it was 18 hours to get to Georgia.
No, that was from Savannah. Savannah's all the way on the ocean.
Well, all you got to do is Google from where you are to Kaleva, Michigan. Kaleva, Kaleva, Michigan. And it'll tell you just how many miles it is and how many hours it is.
Bettina, hi from Denmark.
Oh, hi, Bettina? Bettina.
Bettina.
Oh, Bettina. Bettina, are we pronouncing it right? Hello, Denmark.
And Brian saying Mary Beth Smith, a lot probably. 1.65 days. Jewel, look up Kaleva.
Yep.
Michigan, 496.
Yep, Brian, you're right. Except when John and I used to drive semi, those wheels were rolling. We got to Florida, what, 22 hours? 20?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had to pick up a truck in Santa Cruz, California, right? Is it Santa Cruz or Santa Cruz? One of them. Anyway, they asked us if we would pick up a truck for them. What do they call it? They had a name for it.
Split seat driving?
No, they had a name for it when you just go rescue a truck that somebody got out of and left abandoned at a truck stop or something. Anyway, we went and picked up this truck. I drove our truck home and John drove that truck home, but we drove home. We stopped in Arizona and slept for 4 hours. In Arizona, from Santa Cruz to Arizona, we slept 4 hours and drove from Albuquerque. No, not Albuquerque. Amarillo. Was it Texas?
Yeah.
Amarillo, Texas. Yes, we drove to Amarillo, Texas. And we slept for about 4 hours. And from Amarillo, Texas, we drove all the way home, nonstop. It's like, oh, I'm so tired. It was like,
Jewel seen Jewel.
yeah. Oh, did you see her? Where's she at? I don't want to hold her up in here, but she's just a honey. Yeah, we drove all that way nonstop, and it was like your eyes are about crossed by the time we got into Grand Rapids. Oh my goodness, that was rough.
Kelly from Tennessee wants to come and see our stand.
Who?
Kelly.
From Tennessee?
Yes.
Wants to visit you. Oh, you come up here, you'd have to stay for a couple days, but that'd be fun, Kelly. We'd do some cooking and baking or something outside in the outdoor oven. Just wait, friends. We're going to be making more stuff out there. We have a ball out there.
Grandma GI. Where'd she lost her? Have you ever been to New Hampshire?
Yes, remember that we told you last week, you probably didn't see our live. Last week we were telling the story that we delivered a whole trailer load of beer to a institution for the criminally insane in New Hampshire. That was New Hampshire, wasn't it? Yep, we've been in New Hampshire. We almost fell over. We couldn't believe that. And then we've been to several prisons that we've delivered food to. Pies, Sara Lee pies down in Coldwater. We've done a lot. I mean, the one in that was the one in Coldwater. No, that wasn't Coldwater.
Oh, Jacqueline.
That was another prison. We pulled in there and they circled us like we were going to break somebody out, huh?
Jacqueline's saying we're only 329 miles from it.
Oh, that's about what?
7 hours.
7 hours? That's a walk in the park. He used to call me 5 hour because after 5 hours of driving, I'd want to take a nap. And then we were in a race to see who could drive more miles. When we drive, we'd see who could lay down more miles. I was so pleased one night. I thought I got him beat. I just know it. I drove 689 miles in my shift. I was all excited. I knew I just had blown him away, right? Nope. He did 722?
22.
722 miles. I was so mad.
Jacqueline saying it's 5 hours. She's in
Okay. Otsego? Is that Otsego, Illinois?
Brian, did you have a stack of books in your sleeper? Just joking. Tell me like that.
No.
It's 450.
Stack of books in our sleeper. Do what?
Jewel's 450.
7 hours for her. Wow. 818 miles from me. Where does Judy Schultz live? 818 miles. Wow. We're kind of up here in Pickers in Michigan. We call it the Pickers. We're out in the middle of nowhere. A little village. I think our population in our village is...
Oswego.
Oh, Otsego. Our population is, I think, what is it, 450?
Central Michigan.
There's only 289 houses in the village. All right, our bread's ready to go in, friends. So, you know what I got to do? I got to move that rack. I forgot to move that rack.
Want me to do it?
No, I got it. Okay.
Betty Lapeer is 1,019 from Arkansas.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd love to go to Arkansas. I always loved Arkansas. Have you ever watched Whippoorwill Holler? Miss Lori from Arkansas, ask her. That woman is just a honey. I just love her. And I love her little Arkansas, her little southern accent. I love it. This is going to look funky because it's got that split there, but that's all right. That's not good.
She's asking if she freezes her eggs in the ice tray, can she still use them to make cakes?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. That's what they're good for when once you freeze them is bacon, because you'll never be able to make like an over easy egg with it. When I freeze my eggs, it's pretty much just for baking or scrambled eggs. Yes, that's why it's best to put them in a like the not pie tins, the ice trays, because then you do them individually instead of scrambling a bunch up and putting in a a baggie or a dish. You don't know how much you need. This way, if they're in a muffin tin or ice cube tray, you know that each one is one egg, and you can take it out the night before and put it in the fridge. You must have went to Concord, our state pen. Concord. I don't know. We went to Coldwater. We've been to the prison in New Hampshire. We've been to about 3 or 4 prisons delivering food. The one in Coldwater, the inmates, there was no guards around. The inmates were unloading us. It was like, wow. What you doing? Oh, you getting my cup? I'm gonna sit down a minute. You can talk.
My throat's dry.
Oh, you guys are 11 hours and 11 minutes from being here in Tennessee. Oh yeah, Tennessee. Well, we drove
We're
to.
drinking our health food.
It took me 12 or 14 hours to drive to Nashville. Was it Nashville? 12 hours, I think, to drive to Nashville, Tennessee, from here. Yes, I do like. Tell me, yes, we do like freeze-dried eggs.
Yes, we do.
Tell them, freeze-dried eggs.
Freeze-dried eggs.
Aw, thank you, Jewel. Ryan, he said he delivered Victoria's Secret's underwear. You will have a ball when you come visit Victoria's Secret's underwear. Oh my God, that's funny. High value underwear.
I bake all my bread and hand shape
All my loaves.
all my loaves.
I've always seen you roll yours out. Do you ever hand shape them, Renee? Yes, I rolled these ones out because I was rolling them together to swirl them. But yeah, a lot of times I do my loaves by hand. I don't need a whole lot because I do got arthritis in my thumbs, and sometimes, depending on the weather, it hurts too much. So I do it when I can. If I can't, then if they're too sore, then I roll it. Whatever is easiest for me, that's what I do. So anyway,
20 minutes away.
Who is?
Where are you?
20 minutes away.
Uncle Charlie's homestead.
20 hours and 20 minutes
Oh.
away. Oh my goodness, where does Uncle Charlie live?
It was behind the heart. Ever tried deep fried deviled eggs? I heard they're delicious.
I've never tried them. I've never tried deep fried deviled eggs. Deep fried deviled eggs?
Yeah.
I've never tried it. Anything deep fried tastes good. It's not good for you. That's why it tastes so good. I love deviled eggs.
Mariana, absolutely. It's amazing something with like minds.
Mariana.
People.
Oh, Maria, absolutely. It's amazing people with like minds can get together like that. Oh, hello from Central Pennsylvania. Well, hello, Central Pennsylvania.
I'm 2 hours and 20 minutes away, Deb.
Wow.
Mariana, something, yep, for all you, yep, all for Little Village Homestead.
Yeah. Aw. You know what, friends? This bread is going to be in here for about 20 minutes or 40 minutes. I don't think we can keep your attention for 40 minutes. But I will do a video on this bread. Absolutely, from beginning to end. I'll do a video, and then we'll cut open that loaf and we'll check it out. Yep, offer those. 16 hours a minute. We might take you up on that. We have a small camper and we love you. Jill Carlson. Absolutely. You come right on up here. We'll have a ball. You come right on up here. You got a small camper. We got all the facilities.
Betty wants to know about what happened to our black backsplash.
Well, our friend who is an artist, I think she, I don't want to tell her business, but she's not well. How about we leave it at that? She's not well, and she's not going to be able to make it for me. So I don't know what we're going to do. We got to figure out something. And I just say a prayer for her. Bless her little heart. I would say, but I don't feel comfortable telling her business because nobody really knows her. But she was going to make this. We were supposed to have it in December, but she fell ill, and there's no way she can do this anymore. So I don't know what we're going to do. We got to figure out something. If I knew how to do mosaics, I'd do some kind of a design, but I have no clue how to do it. Not at all. I couldn't even paint that. So I don't know. Maybe if you got any ideas, something it's got to look nice, you know. Anyway. Love your videos. Can't wait to make your. Oh, did you like those? Those rice mixes, those are awesome. And somebody had asked me about if I remember the rice-a-roni stroganoff. Yes, I do. And I'm sure a lot of you remember it too. If you're anywhere my age or older, you'll remember the rice-a-roni stroganoff. That was the best stuff. Well, I found a recipe for it because I told her, I says, if you give me a bit to research it, I might be able to find a recipe for it that we can, you know, and do the dry part of it to put away. But all it uses is the beef rice-a-roni with all the additions to it that make it stroganoff. So we're going to do a video on that. And but those of you who seen that video and was wondering if that was if you're out there, I don't remember your name. If you were wondering, there's if they just use the regular beef-a-roni rice-a-roni or beef rice-a-roni, and they add the ingredients to make it into a stroganoff. Yeah, you can get the vermicelli on Amazon. Anyway, I think these are getting there. These are going to be beautiful. Let them, they got to rise up just a little bit more. Anyway, friends, I think we're going to go. This is going to be beautiful in there. I got the timer set, but that's got about 36 minutes to go, huh? What?
Hope your shingles are getting over.
My shingles are gone, but the nerve pain and the numbness is still there. They said that could last for months. I have no idea.
Judy's excited to do more rice mixes.
To do more what?
Rice mixes.
Rice mixes? Oh, I know tons of them. I just don't want to overwhelm people. So I figured, 3, 4 of them, maybe 5. I think I did 5 mixes and stuff. I know all kinds of that stuff. From when my kids were little, I had nothing. I didn't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of. Everything I did when my kids were young, I did it homemade. I figured out a way, and if I couldn't figure it out, we didn't need it, But that's when I learned about bread. I learned all this, baking bread, and once you get bread mastered, you can bake any kind of bread, But yeah, I got a lot of those little budget friendly. And let me tell you, they were budget friendly when my kids were little, that's for sure. Oh, look at this. Hear her? There's Jewel.
Jules is saying,
See her?
have a great night.
Look, 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 look.
Jules.
She's a cutie. Have a good night, Jewel. The rest of you is, I think we're going to get off here pretty soon because it is late. We've had him on here for a while. How long? 99 minutes ago. An hour and a half it's been. Oh my gosh, time flies when you're having fun.
Jules is saying, Jules.
She was a cutie. So anyway, I will do a video because there's no way I'm going to keep you up, you know, this long till these are done. But I will do a video.
Betty's saying she has a great sheet cake recipe if you want it for your market stand.
Absolutely. If you go down to my scroll way down in my description box all the way to the bottom, you'll find my email and my snail mail. Yes, I'd love it. Absolutely. But we're going to close this up. We're going to wrap up for tonight. And I will definitely make a video, like I was saying. I'll do a video on this bread. I'm going to do this bread. I'm also going to do, now I don't know if it'll all be in one video, but I'm going to do the brioche bread. I'm going to do the hot cross buns. And I'm going to do probably a couple other things for Easter before Easter gets here. Definitely the cookies. So that's going to keep me pretty busy. Anyway, friends, we're going to go. And now that we get ready to leave, she's coming to life. She's so cute. And then
Good night.
Yeah, good night. And we'll see you again. We'll try again for next week. Last week John was sick. We're sorry about that. But we're going to try and do it, you know, each week. I don't want to commit to a certain day because you never know. We do stuff on impulse a lot of times. But you all have a wonderful night. And I'm so glad you hung out with us in the kitchen. We had a ball. I will put this recipe in our description box so you can get it on replay. But I'll also have it when I make the other video with it. You guys have a wonderful night. We love you all, and thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah. Oh, I got to turn mine off.